Hello, friends. Good day to you. Your friend is here again, Bosede Modupe Otusanya, on relationship and family matters with BMO. Trust your day has been fantastic. And I want to appreciate you once again for taking your time to check what we have once in a while on this platform. And I believe you have been well impacted in one way or the other, as we delved in the past into various topics that relates to relationship and family matters. And today we still want to look into something different from what we have uh, watched or listened to in the past that still relates to our families, our marriages, even our relationships. And the topic today is titled, My Tongue, Your Tongue, a Blessing or a Curse. My tongue, your tongue, a blessing or a curse. Do you know one thing, that how you use your tongue is actually a determinant factor to how much peace, love, and joy you experience in your marriage and family. A lot of family are in disarray, or they have issues, constant conflicts, misunderstandings as a result of misuse of tongue. Misuse of tongue has led to so much conflict in many homes, misunderstandings, even a lot of families are at the verge of divorce or even separated or already divorced as a result of misuse of tongue. Inability of partners in marriage to keep vital informations, secrets of the family, has caused a lot of problems. You can call it mouth running. Even at the slightest provocation, the mouth runs like fire. Different abuses, use of abusive words in the course of conflict in marriage has led to a lot of problems and is still leading to a lot of problems. Name callings. You idiots. You good for nothing. You call yourself a man. They are calling men on the streets. You too, you call yourself a man. Oh, look at you. You call yourself a woman. You animal. Different names in homes where there is supposed to be love, joy, and peace. Even curses. Some are specialized, they specialize in the act of cursing at the slightest provocation. A lot of parents are the reasons why their children suffer low self-esteem. A lot of children they are depressed, suffering depressions. Some have developed self-destructive habits like taking of alcohol, being downcast, hanging out with bad friends, avoiding being at home, drug addiction, all kinds of self-destructive habits, because the mouth of their parents will never encourage. They will always discourage. Their mouth will not bless. Their mouth is specialized in curses, raining curses on children. Their mouth never builds. The mouth of such parents are always pulling down, especially when there's a child that is not really doing well in school, or that child is giving them some problems or the other. Rather than pray, you see parents using their mouth negatively against their children, and so bringing down the morale of that child, and the child set into psychological problems. These are one and many things that the misuse of tongue can cause in many marriages and even in homes. The Bible told us something in the book of James chapter 3 verse 1 to 10. James chapter 3 verse 1 to 10. The Bible told us in verse 2, for in many things we offend all. But if any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and also able to bridle the whole body. When you look at verse 5, it says, even the tongue is a little member of our body, but it boasteth great things. Verse 6 goes ahead and says, the tongue is fire, a world of iniquity, a little member that defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature. And when you read it down to 8, the Bible told us that the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. We bless God with the same tongue, and we still use the same tongue in cursing men. And the last verse, verse 10 says, out of the same mouth proceeded blessings and cursing. Brethren, friends, this ought not to be. I stand to tell you here that if you don't know that a lot of singles have lost potential suitors as a result of careless use of tongue. As I was preparing this topic, something came to my memory. I remember when I was a young girl, still searching, a young single, and my father then wanted me to marry from our side in Ekiti. And I met a guy from my town, and we became friends. I actually didn't really like him, but I was just a friend to him. And along the line, everybody parted ways and I went my way. And many years after, our paths crossed. He was already married with his own family, and I have my own family. Even my children were a bit grown up then. And we started to talk. And he said something. He said I shocked him. He said because when he met me, when he knew me, he saw me as someone who was not a serious-minded girl, who was not, because of the way I used to talk. He said because of the way I used to talk, that I did not strike him of somebody who was actually interested in marriage. And so he didn't have any serious plans. And he was so shocked to hear shortly after that I got married. You imagine, if that was the person God meant for me, that is the way I would have lost him. So a lot of singles have lost potential suitors as a result of careless use of tongue. Even a lot of parents are suffering in their old age because the children that would have blessed or been a blessing to them were caused in anger, out of provocation, when they were still younger. And so most of these parents did not even remember to reverse these causes till the children became adults. And because of that, those children are not doing well. The children that are supposed to be a blessing to them, the children that are supposed to cover them, they are now a problem because of misuse of tongue. Your tongue, my tongue, should heal and not wound. How do we relate with ourselves at home? Do we use our tongue negatively as a result of the slightest provocation? You start calling yourself names. A lot of children, little children, when they ask them in school, what's the name of your father? What's the name of your mother? They hardly know the real names of their parents because the names they are used to hearing at home is idiot, stupid, good for nothing, you this nonsense, you this, different names. Our tongue should heal and not wound. Our tongue should bless and not curse. Our tongue should encourage and not discourage. Now, we talk often about domestic violence in homes, in marriages. Do you know that this most times begins with a verbal abuse, with verbal abuse? And verbal abuse, constant one, strong ones, they lead to emotional abuse. And emotional abuse can trigger domestic violence. So we need to watch out for the way we use our tongue. Proverbs 15 verse 1 to 2. Proverbs 15 verse 1 to 2, as I conclude. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. Watch your tongue. Let your tongue heal and not wound. Let your tongue build and not pull down. Let your tongue be an instrument of encouragement to your husband, to your wife, to your children, and not discourage. Let your tongue bless and not curse. Friends, let's watch our tongue. God bless you.